Makueni County Appropriation Bill 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of 2025, order for first reading.
Chairperson, Budget and Clerk of the County Assembly.
The Makueni County Appropriation Bill 2025, a bill for an act of the Makueni County Assembly to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2026, and to appropriate that sum and a sum voted on account by the County Assembly for certain public services and purposes. First reading.
Next up.
Order number 10, the Makueni County Appropriation Bill 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of 2025, order for second reading.
Chairperson, Budget and Appropriations Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the...
What is your point of order?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, is the chairman in order to contribute on the opposition side? There is a member of the majority party.
Honorable Elizabeth Mutiti.
I was on the same point of order.
Prosecuted. Prosecute your point of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker is the chair for BAC and a member for Waiyakako in order to move the motion from the wrong side of the assembly. And can he clarify to this house if he... No, he's on the wrong side of the assembly, which is the minority side, yet he's a member of the majority.
Information. We need to inform this people.
Member for Nzabani, if you're going to want.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am wondering why today those members have been, or else are trying to be a little bit more keen. Mr. Speaker, we have a member of the opposition, Honorable Mbalu, who belongs to that party called Maendeleo Chap, and he ought to be seated here. But he moves the motions and he debates from the other side, which I do not want to call it the wrong side, but from the other side, which is for the majority. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, if that was to go by then, I do not see any illegality or any law or any provision thereof in any of our tools of law that the chairperson Committee on Budget has flouted just by moving a motion from this side. And if there is any such law, then, Mr. Speaker, compel that member to tell us which section, which article, so that we can move together.
Member for Maverini.
Honorable Speaker, the chair budget is quite in order to move the motion from anywhere in this house. In the past, when we had the other constitution, crossing the floor, we used to have government and opposition. Just by the mistake of crossing the floor from this side to the other side, you are deemed to have resigned or to have defected. With the new constitution, we don't have opposition and government side. We have majority and minority. And you can sit anywhere. Anywhere. And can anybody quote me wrong on this? So, Chair, move from there. You can even move from the back.
Honorable Moki.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Kenya is a constitutional country. And, Mr. Speaker, any business that is operated by the assemblies, whether the Senate, the National Assembly, or the County Assembly, Mr. Speaker, there is nothing in our constitution called opposition. As Honorable Kimongo has clearly put it. Mr. Speaker, we have majority side and the minority side, Mr. Speaker, in all the assemblies, as provided for by the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Number two, Honorable Speaker, in the Makueni County standing orders, Mr. Speaker, there is no provision, no standing order that guides the chair budget should move the motion he is about to move, seated on either side, Mr. Speaker. He can even move it when he's standing here. He can move it from my back, Mr. Speaker, or he can move it from the other side. So the point raised by the honorable member for Bitini, saying that from the side of the opposition, Mr. Speaker, there's nothing like opposition. We are one government of Makueni County. We have the minority and the majority, and we all oversight. Our work is to oversight the executive, to legislate, and to represent the people. What we have in our standing orders is the minority side and the majority side, but there is no provision for where a member can move motion from. So I find the order sought by the member from Bitini null and void, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
So, Honorable Moki, you are contributing, the issue you are contributing to has nothing to do with the point of arrest by member from Bitini and Honorable Elizabeth Mutindi. You are contributing to opposition. He is contributing as to whether member for Kakwai and chair of budget is in order to move the budget while he's seated on that side as opposed to that side. He did not indicate opposition. Did he? Member from Bitini?
From the opposition side.
Yes.
That is what he said. We have the answer.
Yeah, the draw the replace with the minority side.
Information.
Honorable Elizabeth, yes, it was your point of order. To allow me to listen to the two members who raised the point of order.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I want to go on record because the reason I rose on the point of order is because the same thing happened to me when I was seated next to Honorable Kimongo previously. Just recently, I think the member for Ivingoni Zambani was absent, and he doesn't know that there was a heated debate regarding the same. And I was not allowed to make any contribution while sitting on that side. So, Mr. Speaker, if that precedence happened to me myself, I learned from the best, and if it was not in order, then I deserve an apology from this House, because I was forced to move before my consultation was over. Mr. Speaker, I also want not to be misquoted by saying he's sitting on the wrong side. Saying that he's sitting on the wrong side doesn't mean that the parties that should be sitting on the wrong side, on that side, are wrong. I mean that it is the member, the chairperson for BSC, that is wrong to be sitting on that side. So he's sitting on the wrong side, according to me. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Modoka.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise to support my my colleagues on the issue of a high-ranking member who does a particular thing knowingly. He was here when you made a precedent in this House without even referring to the standing orders. Speaker, according to standing order number 1, whatever you rule here becomes a precedence and a part of the standing orders. You reprimanded our chair for gender to move to the majority side and move the motion from that side. It is true, we have two sides. On the left side of the speaker, minority. Right side of the speaker, majority. The chair of budget knows clearly that he is not a minority member. He is within the majority members. This is contentious issue which he knows clearly. Standing order number 127, gross misconduct arises when you do something knowingly, it's wrong, and you do it intentionally, which is part of the standing orders which we have. Why does he have to make us waste time when he knowingly knows he's supposed to be on the majority side and is moving a business majorly for the government? Does the government sit on the side of the minority? The government is on the side of majority. And the minority leader, he has referred to us severally. Government, let the government answer us, because they are the people who are actually carrying the government. And that's why he sits where he sits. If anything, why has he never moved to come and sit where the majority leader is sitting and the majority leader goes on their side? Because there's a distinction as per the standing orders. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
I will take, who else is interested to speak so that I may take only two? Honorable Mok, you spoke, freeze. We will first deal with the subject matter at hand. Honorable. No. Leader of the Minority Party.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to support my side. You know, I come from somewhere, so I have to support my friend, Honorable Kimongo, and others, because we come from this side. Honorable Speaker, the only two dedicated seats, of course, are the leader of minority and majority seats, and also the deputy speaker. But, on opposition, we are not on that. We will not board with that, Honorable Speaker, because there is no opposition in the assembly. In the current dispensation, we don't have opposition. We have minority and majority sides, Honorable Speaker. So that's why we have those arrangements. Honorable Speaker, even if now, Honorable Speaker, we follow the National Assembly and Senate, Honorable Speaker, if we follow how, because we borrow a lot from what they are practicing and also what the Commonwealth is doing, Honorable Speaker, we are expecting the Deputy Speaker to have a seat in front here. Seat number one should be the Deputy Speaker. The next one should be the Leader of Majority, and maybe some chairs, some powerful chairs. Then on the same, this side, Honorable Speaker, we expect the same to happen with this being the first seat, this second seat like that, with our top chairs, like the chair for Park and Pick, they should be seated in front here, Honorable Speaker. But since we have not been practicing that, that is why the Honorable Member for Waya, who is also a very powerful chair for budgets, can choose where to sit and where also to present sometimes. Even in the dispatch box here, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Chair for back can choose to move the motion from here, Honorable Speaker. He can move it from this dispatch box, Honorable Speaker, because there is no dedication of seats across here. But for posterity and for president,
Conclude.
For posterity and the president's, Honorable Speaker, since you have also removed other members who want to feel the warmth of the minority party, Honorable Speaker, I think you can allow the Honorable Member to move to the other side so that we can move the motion, because we are really anticipating this motion. This motion should be passed today, Honorable Speaker. Tomorrow we have a very important matter to deal with. Honorable Speaker, there is a lot of noise. Fight his fellow members from the other side of the aisle, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And since you did presidents, I think we will not go against the presidents. But going forward, Honorable Speaker, the Deputy Speaker should be seated somewhere in front here. We want to see the Deputy Speaker there and other chairs maybe lining up like that. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I hear your application and opinion. I will advise you accordingly. Honorable Leader of the Majority Party.
Honorable Speaker, I don't think we should be discussing this. We are just wasting time. I just opine that you just instructed the chair to come back to his side.
Any member on a contribution on an issue that, just a minute, order, honorable members. The subject matter, the point of order raised by Honorable Tivo and Mutitu is a procedural issue. Therefore, it cannot be swept under the carpet. Honorable Muthike, you have a contribution different from that of leader, majority, and minority?
Honorable Speaker, you determined this matter last week. Yes.
Members, as you may recall, member from Bitini Ward and a member from Kakowaya. And this case, a member for Wiper Democratic Movement Party. They are concerned about the position in which the chairperson budget and appropriation committee, a member of Wiper Democratic Movement Party, is seated while moving the motion on the adoption or consideration of the appropriation bill. And as well, the member is in order. Indeed, honorable members, on earlier occasion, the Speaker asked the Honorable Elizabeth Mutindi Kio to migrate from the minority side and sit at the majority side, which is set aside for the majority party in this House. Honorable member, on the determination of the majority and the minority side as opposed to free sitting. The very reason that there is a designated seat on the right hand side. Take note of the right hand side, right hand, and the left hand. You know what that symbolizes. Of the Speaker, it is at the majority side and the majority leadership, then it is presumed that that is a preserve of the majority party members. The assembly is not a free sitting. 2, the minority side sit on the left side of the Speaker. Only the independents are at liberty to sit at any position than vote from whichever directions, because they are not answerable to any political institution other than the voters and themselves. So if you wish to be or to enjoy such, then be an independent member of the County Assembly. As to the issues raised by Honorable Kalunda of free sitting, there exists opposite sides. Should members of opposite sides of the Assembly wish to consort one another, they should withdraw from the main entrance of the chamber. 62, a member wishing to leave the chamber should do so only through the main entrance and not on the exits besides the chair. Now, for whatever reasons, if member for Kakwaya wanted to consult member from Mabindini Ward, the applicable standing order is this. Standing order rule number 61. He should withdraw from the chamber through the main entrance to consult. So there is no provisions for members to cross and sit and consult. Now, on the issue raised by Honorable Mutindi that his member, representative in this House, that is deemed to have taken a different political side. Yes, Honorable Mutindi is perfectly in order. Honorable member for Kakwaya is chairperson Budget and Appropriation Committee, courtesy of nomination by the Wiper Democratic Movement Party majority whip in this House to be a member of the Budget and Appropriation Committee, and presumably elected by members in that party, being a member of the Wiper Democratic Movement. Standing orders do provide that other than Public Accounts Committee, honorable members, only Public Accounts Committee is at latitude to be chaired by members of, not forming the majority side of the party. That is to presume that the chairperson for the Budget and Appropriation Committee is their courtesy of determination of the composition of the party. And therefore it is abuse of privilege, democracy, responsibility bestowed upon the chairperson Budget and Appropriation Committee to decamp the majority side which he comes from. 2, to consort from the opposite side of the House within the presence of the County Assembly. And therefore I find him, in line with the provisions of Standing Order number 127A, to be out of order. Now, the question for determination is whether the member is in order is already in order. It's already out of order. Now, as to whether he can move that motion from that side, I'm afraid if I allow him to do so, the nominator or the person who nominated that member to belong to the Budget and Appropriation Committee may be on a point of order and choose to withdraw the membership of that member because he's contributing from another member, which will take us to a serious problem. It will then mean that the whip may, or the committee may have to nominate another member to move the motion. And therefore, it is not by design the person of Dennis Musyoka, member for Kakowaya, elected on Wiper Democratic Movement, is a chairperson of Budget and Appropriation Committee by default. Absolutely no. It is by design because of the majority party. Further, it is not by default that Honorable Kimongo of the minority party, the chairperson, Public Accounts Committee, it is by design. And therefore, those two members ought to respect that position and the principle of democracy and respect to political parties. And therefore, as to what the majority party will do to that member after this sitting, it is up to internal party disciplinary mechanisms. In the interim, Honorable Members, Political Parties Act is very clear on fidelity to political parties and the integrity. But in the interim, I'm giving the chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, to do necessary, either withdraw from the chamber and consult with member from Avindini, or cross and move the motion from the right directions within the next 1 minute, failure to which I will give further directions on how we shall proceed. Honorable Chair, I ask you to cross to the right side. Take your seat. Can you belong first?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the advice and the Solomonic ruling on this matter. Honorable Speaker, I want to inform the House that we have able members of the Wiper Party who can move that motion. We have the Vice Chair, Honorable Joyce Wambua. We have Honorable Mutuko, and I'm also a member of that committee. Oh, yes. So the Chair Budget should not take us that route again. And this is a warning from the Wiper Party.
Honorable members, Honorable Tivu, you are in order. Honorable Elizabeth Mutindi, you're jealously protecting your party and your member. You didn't want him to be, it is on a right note. Now, the chairperson Budget and Appropriation Committee has complied with the Speaker's directions, and therefore is now perfectly in order. He has not declined. So he has done what he was requested to do, and therefore, you are now a clean chairperson, Budget and Appropriation. Proceed and move the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, before I move the motion yesterday, my report was snatched by Honorable Muthike for the Budget and Appropriation Committee. So somehow I was scared because he may snatch whatever I have today. Honorable Speaker, let me just proceed to move the motion. And you just note what happened yesterday with Honorable Elizabeth, where he snatched my report. I could not read the report. I had to ask for another report to be brought through the table office. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion, that this Makueni Appropriation Bill 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of 2025, be now read for the second time. And I ask Honorable Mutuku Munyao to second the motion for the debate. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now propose a question that the Makueni County Appropriation Bill, year 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of the year 2005 be now read a second time, which is second reading. The floor is open for debate. Mover of the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think the members are supporting in silence, and urge them to continue supporting for the bill so that at the end of the day we can have Appropriation Act for the executive to be able to have authority to spend the budget estimates. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question that Makueni County Assembly Appropriation Bill of the year 2025, which is Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of the year 2025, be now read a second time, second reading. Will as many as of their opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I do direct the clerk to conduct the second reading of the bill.
The Makueni County Appropriation Bill 2025, a bill for an act of the Makueni County Assembly to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2026, and to appropriate that sum and a sum voted on account by the County Assembly for certain public services and purposes. Second reading.
Next order.
Order number 11, Committee of the Whole Assembly.
Honorable members, the House now dissolves to the Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the Makueni County Appropriation Bill 2025, which is Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of year 2025. It's now my single opportunity to invite the Honorable, the Deputy Speaker of the County Assembly of Makueni to take over the proceedings as I direct the Sergeant at Arms to lower the mace. Honorable members, be upstanding.
Order, members. Honorable members, we are now in the Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the Makueni County Appropriation Bill 2025, that is Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of 2025.
Clause 2.
I now propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Any member willing to debate? I now put the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill.
Clause 3.
I now put the question that clause 3, I now propose that clause 3 be part of the bill. Is there any member willing to contribute? There being no member to contribute, I now put the question. I now put the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
The schedule.
I now propose the question that the schedule be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? Thank you. I now put the question that the schedule be part of the bill. Will as many as of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
The title.
I now propose the question that the title be part of the bill. Any member willing to contribute? I now put the question that the title be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I now propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Member willing to contribute? I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many of these opinions say aye? Will as many of our contrary opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I now call upon the chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, to report to the Assembly.
I beg to move the following motion, that this committee do now report to the Assembly on its deliberation on the Makueni County Appropriation Bill 2025, Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of 2025, and its approval thereof without amendments.
I now propose the question that this committee do now report to the Assembly on its deliberation on the Makueni County Appropriation Bill 2025, that is Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of 2025, and its approval thereof without amendments. I now what is it?
You proposed. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Who was on this side? I think we can say we needed some more engagement in terms of the chair taking us through.
Honorable members, at exactly 15:58 hours, the Assembly of Makueni has approved Makueni County Assembly Appropriation Bill, the year 2005, which is Makueni County Assembly Bill number 6 of the year 2005. And therefore, honorable members have the following directions to make: that the clerk of the County Assembly do convey, do prepare the vellum for sent by the Speaker of the County Assembly and subsequently to His Excellency, the Governor of the County of Makueni, in line with the provisions of County Governments Act and the Constitution of Kenya, and cause submission to publishing of this bill in the period stipulated under the Constitution of Kenya. Honorable members, I take this opportunity to thank and appreciate the Budget and Appropriations Committee, and to every member of the County Assembly of Makueni, the role you played in facilitating and ensuring that the negotiations that you meant in this budget, and particularly prioritize matters related to the health of the people of Makueni,
to be provided for in this budget. Aware that we have had challenges in the healthcare system in this Kenya. The step taken forward by the county government of Makueni Assembly and Executive to intervene and facilitate and jumpstart this process cannot go unnoticed. In view of that, I wish you well. And as I had earlier indicated, Chairperson Budget and Appropriation Committee, you have within 60 days to provide the requisite policies supporting all programs in this budget which are not provided for. Please do so before the Control of Budget gives a response on this budget within the next 60 days or so. In fact, 30 days will be more effective. Thank you very much, honorable members. I now direct that we resume to the order paper as it was under statements.
Order number 7, statements.
Chairperson Committee on Agriculture to respond to a statement as quoted on 25th of November, year 2024 by member for Kikumbulu South Ward regarding operations of plowing of the reaping tractor in Kikumbulu South Ward. There was a specific question to be answered on that. Go straight to that answer. What is your point of order, Honorable Elizabeth Muthiki?
Honorable Speaker, before that statement is responded, I would seek your guidance under Standing Order 111 on statement of facts.
Standing Order number? Proceed.
Honorable Speaker, Standing Order 111 states that a member shall be responsible for statements that they make before this House. Before the member for Nzawi clearly answers this response, the member for Kikumbulu South made a statement here which you demanded that is substantiate with evidence that the member for Nzawi Kilili, who happens to be the chair agriculture, was compromised and that he could never bring response on this issue. So, Honorable Speaker, I seek your guidance.
Member for Kikumbulu South Ward on a statement of fact, understanding order number 111.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, thank you. I stood here because my statement was never responded since last year, November, around October, by the chair for agriculture, and I complained through this assembly, which has not also been responded to forthwith. But the chair informally met me outside this assembly, and I stopped following up on those matters. So I don't want to labor a lot on this matter because my people have not been served for the last 10 months or so. But I don't want to put a lot of pressure on anybody in this assembly, and also to put anybody and dispute, Honorable Speaker, and that's why I want to, because the Honorable Member is a 4-term. People are talking of 1 terms. The Honorable Member for Kilele is a 4-term member, and since he has shown me how he is going to respond to this matter, and he has put the correct measures to make sure that my reaper and the plowing machine is up and running, I want to withdraw that statement and move on. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Elima.
I'm somehow confused, referring to Standing Order number 127. If this house is going to become a house whereby a member can stand, cause damage on somebody's etiquette, take a month or two, then come back and say you have met somewhere along the corridors and you are now satisfied. And especially matters on corruption is not a simple matter. The allegations made against Honorable Member Fonzakika were not that simple. These were touching on his family, his friends, his electorates, his intellect, his everything. If we are going to go by this, and the Standing Order number 127 is very clear, that a member shall be deemed to have grossly misconducted himself if he falsely allegates to another member. I remember very well, Mr. Speaker, that particular day or that particular day I was here, and you told the member to be ready to come and table, not even to discuss, table evidence about the allegations. I even asked him 3 times whether he understood the magnitude of the allegations he's making on the floor. If we let this matter just go like that, I find it a precedence which cannot be ridden on in the next dispensation of the life of this particular assembly. So I find the member actually having flouted Standing Order number 127. I will deem for your guidance in the same. Thank you.
Honorable Elizabeth.
Honorable Speaker, I was here last week when the Deputy Speaker was...
To me, Mr. Speaker, faithfully, I believe if we move in this direction, Mr. Speaker, we shall be destroying the dignity of this assembly. Because where 2 members, Honorable Musso is the chair of Committee of Agriculture. He's supposed to respond to the statement. Only through him, Mr. Speaker. And the Honorable Member for Kikumbulu South brought a statement. And he was to bring some evidence so that we can find Honorable Munyao being compromised. Now they met the 2 of them. Who now who is being compromised? Are the 2 compromised, the Speaker, or the Chair Agriculture? Or the Chair Agriculture who is compromised, or the 2 of them are being compromised? That's a big question, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, let us make progress. Let us make, order member, in the interest of time. Honorable Mwoki, you have confirmed that the subject matter is bringing disrepute to this house. So whichever way you look at it, it is. Now the problem is that what was said was not in cafeteria, neither at the roadside. It was on the floor of the house, and it is on record. It's unanswered. And was not said between 2 people. Were submissions that were directed to the speaker. When members are on the floor of the house, they are not speaking to each other or at each other. They speak to the house, addressing another member to the speaker, and therefore that becomes a formal communication. So it cannot be a private matter. I hope I have answered you. So it cannot be, and the chair asks the member to substantiate. The member confirmed that he will substantiate that that member has been compromised. Now, that cannot be it cannot be a private deal because it was live on YouTube. Citizens are watching. Now they want to deal, the 2 of them, separately. The matter no longer belongs to them. It belongs to the floor of the house under the standing orders. I hope you are guided. Let's save time. The questions. Your microphone is not on.
Mr. Speaker, what I was saying is that because he promised to table documents to prove that Honorable Munyao was compromised, Mr. Speaker. That is what this assembly is expecting. Now he goes ahead and says that they had a formal discussion between the 2 of them. Now my question is, which way do we follow? Are the 2 of them compromised? That is my question.
Indeed, to the extent that the two, if Honorable Musso agrees that they had a meeting, they discussed and resolved, it is indeed that they compromised this assembly. They are attempting to compromise this assembly, which is not allowed, which again would be another gross disorder. Honorable Mwoki, which then would be not just a disorder, would be a gross disorder for Honorable Musso and Honorable Kalunda to converse business before this house privately. So it is even a serious disorder act. Honorable Kalunda, on the issue raised by Honorable Mudige.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to state and to state again that because, you know, when I asked for the statement, it was important for me to ask for the statement because I was not able to reach the department. And when I brought the statement here, I thought the member for Nzauwe was able to help me interface between myself and the department. And since I felt my matters were not being looked at by the committee, that is why at that time the attitude and the emotions around my statements found me seeing to the fact that, according to me, that the Honorable Member for Nzauwe, who happens to be the chair, was also blocking my passage into solving the matter for Kikumbulu South. And that is how, when we said with Musso, who is my senior, is a fourth term, I'm a second term. And since we also share a lot of stuff, and because he's my...
Please restrain to the material thing.
I'm doing that, Honorable Speaker. You don't need to interrupt me. You know, you can even... don't interrupt me. I'm trying to explain myself.
Order, Honorable Kalunda. I will not allow you to give us a lecture on issues that are immaterial. Honorable Muthige's point of order is very simple. That you said you will substantiate and produce documents. Now, where you are leading is to say, you informed this house that you have documents that you can place. Are you confirming that you don't have the documents?
Yes, we met. We stopped.
So you are confirming that you have the documents? So would you proceed to lay the document as order Honorable Kalunda? You know the direction you want to take me is dangerous for you. If you have documents, would you proceed and lay them? Who should? Honorable Kalunda, you are directed by the Speaker.
The documents in the table, right? There's nobody who can place those documents on my behalf. It's me. And I took my conviction that I don't need to go ahead with this. Because I sat with Musso. Honorable Musso has shown me how he's going to respond to my matters. I am not interested in other matters.
Honorable Kalunda, just resume your seat for a minute. Honorable members, standing order number 111 provides as follows. 1, a member shall be responsible for accuracy of facts, which a member alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any such fact instantly. 2, if a member has sufficient reason to convince the Speaker that the member is unable to substantiate the allegations instantly, the Speaker shall require such a member to substantiate the allegations not later than the next sitting day. Failure to which the member shall be deemed to be disorderly within the meaning of the standing order number 132, into brackets, grave disorder in the County Assembly, unless the member withdraws the allegations and gives suitable apology if the Speaker requires so. It is not within the preserve of a member to make an allegation and to decide when to give an apology. Be guided. Member for Kilungu, if you make remarks that you are supposed to produce documents before this house, you can't stand and say, I apologize.
it is the Speaker to give you an opportunity to withdraw and apologize. If he fails to do so, then standing order number 132 is applicable. Or else you persuade the Speaker to give you an opportunity, you be remorseful for your statement, and be given an opportunity to withdraw. So Honorable Kalunda, to indicate that it is you who can decide to give or not, you are trending again against standing order number 111-2 and leading yourself to 132. You know this book doesn't belong to Douglas Bill. This book belongs to us. I will read you this book throughout. And any other speaker in the Republic of Kenya and Commonwealth will read it as it is, Honorable SG, not me. So the subject matter is that you meant statements that you are required to substantiate, and you indicated that you will provide documents. Honorable Muthike is asking that you provide the documents on your allegations that you made. It is either you have the documents or you don't have the documents. Now, where you are leading us, I'm about to ask Honorable Muzo to give us a commitment and explanation as to where you had discussions, the two of you, and agreed. Then I also read to you what is the implication of that, so that Honorable Mwoki then will be in order. That how can two members conspire an assembly business before this house, provided in the standing orders, outside the presence, and assume it's a personal business? But we will get to that. I'm trying to guide you not to get to that, but that is where you want to get. However, since Honorable Kalunda, you've indicated you have squared the matter out, before I make a ruling as whether it is in order, let me allow Honorable Munyao to respond to the statement and your conversation that you agreed between the two of you to withdraw and rest the matter. Honorable Francis Munyao.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I remember the last time when I talked to the Honorable Member for Kikumbulu South, is when we were handling the budget. And I was actually called upon to respond to this matter, and I took it upon myself to come and communicate with him, to tell him that I am going to give a response on a later date, because I was committed with the budget that we have passed today. So, Speaker, I don't remember at any one given time talking about anything else. No, we did not talk about this issue. I said I will respond. And Mr. Speaker, as I stand here, I'm ready to respond to this matter, because I've given several responses. They have, he has said he's not satisfied, and I'm ready to give another one today. So Mr. Speaker, saying that we talked about that one, that issue, and then we resolved, I do not know whether it is me or my shadow.
Fair enough. Ukalonda, leader of minority. Leader of the minority part, you've heard the response from Honorable Muso on the statements that you've made. He has disowned them, which again takes you back to a second call on 111 that you have made allegations that now will require you to substantiate how you met him and how you agreed.
I agree. You know, we had a very powerful minister during the Kibaki era, Mwiraria. And, you know, Mwiraria was taken to court after he left the office because of Anglo-leasing and others. And Goldenberg, Honorable Speaker, because documents were brought and he could sign even on the streets. And there were no moving remarks on the same, Honorable Speaker. Now I understand your position. My senior Honorable Muso is running away from my rescue. And since he has run away, I will not pursue him any further. Allow me to withdraw, as I said, and also apologize so that we can move, because I want this statement to take it to the, you know, the Honorable Member.
And 132.
A very junior officer in this assembly, or the Honorable Member.
Ignore that for now and concentrate on 111.
This thing is not working, Honorable Speaker. So I wanted to withdraw my statement, the compromise, because it was part of my...
The statement that if you hone it and with...
This one is losing every now and then. Honorable Speaker, I said I want to withdraw my statement where I directed it to the Chair for Agriculture, the Honorable Member for Nzawe Kilili Kalamba, that is compromised. That one was not even part of my vocabulary. I was only reminded long after I had made my speech because I didn't mean much. No, I have taken responsibility. And you see, Honorable Speaker, I have a lot of latitude here. I can even withdraw from the chamber, but I don't want to do that. I just...
You are trending on a dangerous ground. Honorable Kalunda, you can't threaten me that you have options. What you would have chosen, it is to choose your first option. So if you have options, do so.
I started with that. When I stood up, when you called upon me after the point of order by the Honorable Mudike, I started with withdrawing. I started with withdrawing because I didn't want a lot of energy on this matter. I withdrew.
You are requesting to?
I want to withdraw again. I want to withdraw from the answer.
Economic Planning to respond to statement as requested on 9th of April by member from Mavindini Ward about the County Assembly and Executive car loan mortgage fund. Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have received all the relevant information from the relevant officers, that is from the executive and also from the County Assembly clerk. As a committee, our report is ready, but yesterday we could not make quorum because of some of my 4 members were at Karen, and also the requester of the statement, but the requester of the statement was available, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank the request of the statement was very much available, but we could not make quorum, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I am pleading that, Mr. Speaker, you give us up to Monday so that we can be able to call the requester, sit with him, and also get his feedback. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chair Finance, I did. You've requested for Monday. Why?
Yeah, because, Mr. Speaker, thank you. Because yesterday we could not make a quorum.
So the report is ready for adoption?
Ready. We also, yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So on Monday at 2:30? Don't fail.
Speaker.
What is it? Please, be on microphone.
The member for Kaponzweni, who is the chair, is taking us in rounds. His committee has 9 members. He has alluded that 4 members were at Karen. How sure are we that Monday, 4 other members will not be in Kaponzweni or somewhere else? Because it could be the 5 that were not at Karen, if he is sure that they were at Karen, could have meant quorum. So it is not given that on Monday he will get quorum. Furthermore, I'm not so much interested in a discussion. I just want what the ECM has responded. Even if it is not ready, I want it for my consumption. So if it could just have been tabled, I would have accessed it.
Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I hear the request of the statement, and I will continue to plead with him that he give us the able time so that we can also have a one-on-one interaction with him on Monday at 11. That is when we have a committee sitting, and we will hear him and table our report at 2:30.
Honorable members, let's make progress. I hear you. The request of the statement, you will get a response on 2:30 on Monday. Now the member knows that he should not mislead the House. If he misleads, we have revised standing orders. Okay? He has committed to Monday at 2:30. We are not expecting an excuse. Chairperson Committee on Infrastructure, Public Works, to respond to statement as requested by member for Kadhonzweni Ward regarding the maintenance of county roads in Kadhonzweni Ward.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I hereby raise to give a response to the statement regarding the lack of maintenance of roads in Kadhonzweni Ward, as was requested by Honorable Kennedy Maneno, member for Kadhonzweni Ward, on 24th February 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Honorable member sought clarification on the following. One, whether the department is aware of the deplorable state of the county roads in the ward, and the department responded as follows, that the department is aware of the state of the roads within the ward. Question B, why the department has failed to grade and carry out routine maintenance on the county roads since 2023, despite the budgetary allocations for the same being available. The response is that the department has been carrying out routine maintenance on the roads within the ward. However, due to limited road equipment and lack of budget for maintenance of the same equipment, the department has not been able to address all the roads. Question C, provide the budgetary expenditure status of the two budgetary allocations, if any, clearly state the activities on which such expenditures were incurred and the dates the activities on which such expenditures were incurred and the dates the activities took place and when payments were made. So, Speaker, there's an attached list of the expenditure report for Kadhonzweni Ward in the financial year 2023-2024, Appendix 3, attached. Question D, provided the fault balance for each of the two allocations and confirm the availability of such balances. There are no fault balances for the financial year 2023-2024, while the fault balances for the financial year 2024-2025 are as attached in Appendix 4. Question E, why the department has been making force undertakings to the office of the area member of the county assembly on plans to grade and maintain the roads in the ward. The department has not been making force undertakings to the office of the area member of county assembly on plans to grade and maintain roads in the ward. The department has been informing the MCA of projected dates for the availability of the equipment, but due to frequent breakdowns, at some points, we have not been able to avail the equipment on the anticipated period. Question F, the plans the department has in place to grade and maintain the county roads in the ward. The department is in progress of implementing all programs budgeted under the ward and as planned to have all the programs completed by the end of the financial year, June 2025. Some of the projects in the ward have been completed and others are in course. Question G, when will the roads be graded? Provide a grading schedule and maintenance work plan. The county grader will be within the ward as from 11th April 2025. The department had projected to work on lowland wards during the rainy season and on hilly areas during the dry season. So, Speaker, there's an attached work plan or schedule at the back of the report showing the name of each road in the ward and the number of kilometers that will be graded. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Requester?
Mr. Speaker, I raised this statement sometimes early April this year. On 27th April 2025, I sent a list of roads to the chief officer. That was on 27th April 2025. It is unfortunate to mention that as I stand here today, it is only one road. That is the road from Loko to Itumbule to Kiluluene. And after Kiluluene, that market, the grader developed mechanical problem. It is a matter that has not been resolved up to today. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, the department has the roads that urgently need to be graded because some of them, they are in pathetic condition. Okay, Mr. Speaker, I recognize there are some efforts the department is doing through using my ward backhoe and also availing a tipper to do some marami in the ward, which is a good, is a positive thing, Mr. Speaker. But the roads that we sent to them are yet to be graded. So I'm requesting the chair so that this matter can be prioritized. I don't know where the challenge is. The grader every time has broken down. I'm waiting. I don't know what is happening. I'm waiting every day. I'm making calls. I'm being told, wait. So it's also a good chair to tell the House how long should I wait so that also my people can be notified.
Chairperson. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow the committee to make a follow-up on the same and report progress since, Mr. Speaker, the department has given a schedule. So, Mr. Speaker, the committee is going to question the progress and report to this House. Thank you. When? Allow the committee 14 days to give a comprehensive report. Honorable Mane.
It's fine, Honorable Speaker. 14 days.
It's 2 minutes to 5. If you look at this order paper, the substantive business that have been carried forward, Chairperson Parks, Chairperson Devolution, the Chairperson on Land, Chairperson Agriculture, Chairperson Delegated, Chairperson Budget, Powers and Privileges, Communication and Broadcasting, Public Investment, Special Interests, Public Accounts, Education and ICT, and Committee on Gender, among other, about 15, not in this order paper. Honorable members, why are we here? It's because we have had challenges and priority was given to other things, and therefore we have a sitting tomorrow around Monday, and this session will proceed to July. It would be fair that we conclude the business because some of it is dated November last year, December last year. We are entering into another financial year with backlog of some business. Therefore, commit yourselves now that you do have a budget so that we clear this business before us, honorable members. Further to that, honorable members, let us uphold our contract in the House. I don't want to look bad when I read the standing orders. It looks like it's a personalized matter. It's not. Member who has just walked out, he feels that I have something personal against his political career. Now that I've noted those who have said no, and I've marked you, I'll use the same measure to you when that happens to you next time. This is a house of rules and procedure, and therefore it is not about anything, and it's not personal. The Honorable, the Secretary General, I like how you guide some people.
But when they ignore, they find themselves in problems. Only one was clever, and he found a way of avoiding it. Honorable Musa. He avoided the skirmishes. But let us uphold the dignity and the procedures of the House. There is nothing personal. It's about the standing orders. Honorable members, time being 17:00 hours, Assembly stand adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, 25th of June, 2005, at 14.